It's been a while. I ain't been up to, well, I've been up to stuff, but I just ain't felt like videoing it. So I'm back to doing the videos. Whether or not they're any good, I don't care. So what I'm doing is, I'm just going to flip the camera around, I'll show you. Right, I'll take you outside and show you. What I've got is, on the trike, I've got the mount for the phone, so I can use it as GPS, and I've got USB socket there. Also got button switches for me auxiliary lights, and it's all a bit messy, so I'm going to mount it. Don't know if you can see that in the sun. I can't. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount it there, which is where an old lug was for a clutch, I think, clutch lever. Yeah, I'm going to mount it on there. So take you back in the shed, step over the box. Right. So what I've got is, I've got a bit of 1-inch solid mild steel round bar, and I'm gonna, oh, you can't see that there, just there I've marked a line, because this has been cut off by a machine. It's not perfectly flat, so I'm going to file it to that line, so it's not going to be perfectly flat either, but it'll be more flat than what it was before. I've got it mounted in a V-block. V-block is going to go in the vise. Then I'm just going to file that flat, and then I've got, where did I put them? I've got these centre drills, which we can use to put a drill down in the centre there, so I can then drill it and tap it for 8mm thread. So I think I need a 8.5mm drill bit, which I've got. Saves me buying a new one, and then I'll be able to bolt it in from the other side using a stainless 10mm bolt, and it'll be all nice and secure, and I'll be able to mount the phone and the USB socket on here, so it'll be closer to me, right down by the tank, nice and subtle. Move the switch for the auxiliary lights over, and then that'll be all nice and tidy, and it'll also make it easier if I decide to put the wiring through the handlebars. So I'll get on and do that, and I'll show you in a little bit when I've done some more. Excuse the fingers over the lens. Okay, so I've filed it flat on the top, and it's really as flat as I can get it. Oh, come on, focus. Right, now what I've done is I've marked, there we go, right, I've marked the centre, and I've used a punch and punch a hole. Now I'm going to use centre drill in my pillar drill and just drill it out, so I can use pilot drill, and now I can get on and drill the hole for tapping. Yeah, that's what I can do. Drill the hole for tapping. Holes drilled. It's precision engineering at its best. Cheap pillar drill and resting on a brick. So now I've managed to drill as deep as I can. I mean, I've done that far into it, which doesn't really show you how much, but it's a long way down, so when I drill the tap I'll be able to get full thread length in there, and that'll be nice and tight enough, I hope. I'll just have to find out once I start tapping it, which I'll be doing next. Well, that's the hole drilled. You might notice that it's not quite on centre. I'd like to say that was a design element, but you know, I've never been good at getting stuff straight, so bollocks to it, that'll work. It's not a structural bit, it's just a hold on the GPS, so I'll bolt that once I've tapped it and bolt it on tight, use some thread lock on it, and that'll be fine. I mean, it is a quite hefty bit of steel, but yeah, it'll be alright. I might cut it shorter, but I've got to bolt it on first just to see what it's like. And then I've got, how far does that go down? And that goes in, oh, there we go. Right, that goes in that far, so take that out. There we go. Oh, so that goes down that far, so I've got plenty of space to carve if I need to. So yeah, we'll see what that's like. I'll just go and double check my tap sizes, and then I'll get back on and do the tapping. Check the drill and tap size, and I drilled that to 8.5 because I had that measurement roughly in my head, which means that I use a M10 tap with a 1.5 thread pitch on it. So I can use this little bolt, or I might see if I've got a longer one. Obviously it doesn't fit in there at the moment, but once I've tapped it with me budget tap set, it'll fit in there quite nicely. I'm going to go down the full length of that. I might bottom it out just to see. Obviously taking it in and out and doing all of that sort of stuff, how you're meant to do it properly. I had to check my bolts with me thread gauge. If you can, always get a metric one with a Whitworth on there as well, and I've got an American one as well for US 60 degrees for any American bolts that I've got. So I'll get on and tap that, and you don't really want to watch that because it's boring as hell. Obviously, you know, if you want to find out how to tap something, you just do a YouTube search or find a friendly engineer. So once I've done that, I'll come back and I'll show you it done. Right, it's the hole drilled and tapped. As I say, it's not on centre, but it doesn't matter. Where are we? M10. There you go. Focus. M10 thread or M10 bolt, Allen bolt. There we go. Put a thread lock on there, do it up tight, and that will be fine for what I want it for. Right. That's enough of that today. I'll come back tomorrow and finish this off, and then we'll sort all that out. It's the next day now, and I got out early. I didn't film this because I was drilling a hole basically, but I drilled a hole through this plate here. There's a bolt on the other side that goes through into the thread, and then the round bar bolts onto that. It's as nice and level as I can get it. I might put a washer in there, rubber washer or something, just to fill in that gap. But basically that sits on there nice and solid, and then come around here. I have the phone will be in there, but I can't show you that because I'm filming it at the moment. So phone, GPS, speedo, and I'll move the USB socket down from there down to on that bit, so I've got my USB cable charging that up. I'll move this over to on off switch for the auxiliary lights over to here, just to neaten that up a bit. That's going to look good once it's all finished. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take the round bar off and neaten up the end. There's the cat, there's Winston Cat helping. He's a supervisor today. Yeah, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to neaten up this end, that end there, going to smooth all that off, take the edge off, and then I'm going to give it paint because it looks like it's going to rain, so I want to get in the shed before that happens. And then tomorrow I will fit it on permanently and I will redo the wires. Right, I've come up with an idea for breaking the corner on this. I want to round it over a bit more just to make it look a bit neater, I suppose. So what I've done is excuse me, I've cut the head off a bolt, I've put a lock nut on there, jammed it up against this, put the bolt in their hole as well and tightened it all up, put it in my pillar drill, and I'm going to spin it around with the file just to break this, shape the end, don't know what you call it, but that's what I'm going to give it a go, see if it works. And then I won't be able to film it because I can't do that one-handed, but I'll show you the result once I've done it. It'll either be nicely shaped or sticking in me somewhere. Well, that's it, prepped, ready for paint. I'll have to degrease it, but I don't know if you can see that. I rounded off that edge. It's not as good as if you used a lathe, but it worked. I had a in there holding the file up to it, and it got it nice and smooth. So that's all that ready for paint. I'll give it a good degreasing, and then I can give it a paint today, and that'll harden up overnight, and I can fit it tomorrow, and I can sort out the wiring for moving the USB socket down, shorten that and clear up them handlebars. It's going to look quite good. Alright, finally managed to get the USB socket all wired up. Got to check it works. I haven't done that yet. Hopefully it does, but I'll just show you the temporary wiring until I do it all in the over the winter, and then it's all ready for me going away. Right, there you go. As you can see, it's looped over there, goes in the back, so I've got a bit of slack there just in case I need, oh hold on, I'll show you that again. Right, got a bit of slack there just in case I need it. I shouldn't do. P-clip just keeps that up. I mean, this is still a mess, but until I take it off the road over the winter, I won't be able to sort that out. But yeah, that's done. I'm just going to go and get the keys and I can test the USB socket out. Right, right. Got me USB cable to test this out. So let's see if it works, shall we? Right, so plug that in there. And turn the key on, and yeah. Oh, where are we? There we go. Got power. So the USB socket works. Oh, there we go. Right, so that's all sorted out. Excellent. Now I've just got to get myself a short USB cable. Right. Switch that off. Right, so that's that bit done. And I'll edit this video and put it up, and then you can enjoy my bumblings and ramblings. Right. Speak to you, or see you soon, I suppose. Right. Thanks for watching.